Hey everyone, Tim Townley here. Today we're going to talk about this amazing slider right here. This is the Zeapon Motorized Micro 2. We're going to talk about all its features and show you some sample clips and show you how this operates. Let's take a look. Hi there, hope everybody's doing well. Today we're going to talk about the Zeapon Motorized Micro 2 slider. It is a sweet piece of kit. Now this slider is awesome. Wow, it is built like a tank. One of the things I want to talk about first is that this slider is a double slider. So if you don't know what a double slider is, that means that it travels twice the distance of its length. In this case, because the motor's on the end here, that's counted in the length, and that's 16 inches or 41 centimeters. But the actual length that it will travel on the rails itself is 21 inches or 52 centimeters. And it is a great travel size. You can carry it around with you. This is not a bad way to go when you're traveling with a motorized slider with all these features. Now let's talk about some of those features. First of all, the payload of this is a whopping 4.5 kilograms or 10 pounds. Now that's a lot. And even if it's at a vertical kind of incline like this, it's still able to carry that load without any trouble. Now, what else can I say about this slider is that it has a ton of features that you can use. First of all, it uses MPF batteries. Any size can work. Of course, the bigger the size, the more time that you can use it. Now, I just have a 330 on here, and I'll put over in this sidebar here time it actually can be used with the slider. Now, the other thing that I got here is an additional piece of hardware. This is called the Easy Lock, and what this is so that you can put it on a table or a surface of any kind. Maybe you want to put it on the road or cement, and you can pop that on there and you can lay it flat, so you can get those really low profile shots of whatever. Maybe it's a building or a person walking by, whatever the case may be, you can get that nice low profile. Without it, it doesn't work unless you're on a tripod or some kind of a stand that it can lock into. Now, locking it in, you can lock it in using the adapter here, so you can do it onto a tripod with the 3/4 inch mount, or you can put the adapter in and then you got the 1/4 inch. But if you have this off, it has the same feature underneath, so that you can adjust that. To take this stuff off, they have all sorts of easy methods here. So all I have to do is twist this guy here, and it easily comes off. There's the plate right there, and you can mount that very easy. And on the bottom, it actually came with an easy 1/4 inch screw with one of those little toggly doohickey thingies here. And at this side here, we have another cool little tool that comes with it. It's a magnetized Allen key, and that comes in really handy if you're doing any adjustments to the belt. If you are someone who has the unmotorized Zeapon, then you'll be using this to attach it and put the motor onto your unmotorized. So if you buy that as a second feature. So very cool. So once you have the battery in, I'm gonna just show you here. If you put the battery in for the first time, it's gonna come on. You can see that it went blue, and then it went through the different levels, the 1, 2, and 3 speeds that it has. To turn this guy on, you just press and hold, and it turns on. It'll go blue first and then green. The blue is the Bluetooth. It always turns on in the second speed. I don't know why it turns on there. Maybe that's the most common speed. But anyway, to switch between speeds, all you do is click the button once. It goes to the next speed, which this is level 3. Then there's the first speed and back to the medium. Okay, super easy. And then you can use the controls on the top to press and move the slider from side to side. And even with the easy lock on the bottom, it has enough space there that it's not in the way of any of the other features or anything like that. So you don't have to worry about how that works. So that's how you use the basic features of this slider. Before I get into some of the other features here, I just want to mention too that most of the time when you have a slider, it has the tendency to get dirty and grimy and dust and stuff gathers in there. One of the cool features that this slider has also is these little kind of felt pads that are in there, and they're cleaning your rail as it goes back and forth so that you have a nice smooth slide. That's a really cool feature, and it has it on all 4 sides all over the place there. Oh, actually 8 sides, because if you count the inside of the rail as well. So that's a really neat feature. If you want to go and you want to use the A and B, so an in and out kind of thing, A and B points on this, all you do is you move to your A point first. We'll just do a short one here so that you don't have to watch the slider go back and forth. So in order to lock in your A's and B's, you can do that manually from the slider itself without using the cool app that comes with it. And if you're doing it that way, all you do is you're going to press the power button twice really quickly. And you hear that beep. Move it to your B position. We'll just go over to there. And you double tap again. And you notice that it locks into that place with that beep beep at the end, the 2 beeps. Once you've locked your A's and B's, you can no longer use the controls on the top. You would have to reset in order to undo that. Once you have your A and B, what you do is you double tap again, and it will move from your B to your A. Double tap again, and it will do it again. And it'll keep doing that every time you do your double tap. Unfortunately, I have not found a way for it to do a loop when you're doing it manually on the motor itself. So what you can do is go into the app, and that's what we're going to do next. So take a look at the app on the side here. Once you have the app set and you have the different parameters of your A's and B's, all you do is you're going to tap on your number 1 position, move the slider to your 2nd position, tap on that one, move your slider to the 3rd position, and so on, and tap on that one as you go through, and then you can press the play button. The play button will allow it to move from those positions back and forth. There's also the loop option that's on there, and that loop option allows you to go through your points and keep going, rotating back and forth. Very easy to use. You can also notice that you can slide your points up and down. That will gauge the speed at which it moves. And it's more than just the 3 positions that you have here. You can slide even in between those 3 speeds and make it a little bit more of whatever style that you're going for. So you can have an ease in and ease out on either end. So you have to have a minimum of 3 points in order to have that ease. The other thing that the app does that is really cool is that it allows you to do time lapses, and it has all the different inputs that you can put in there. You even have set ones that are preset on there for cloudy, stars, whatever the case may be. You scroll through there, select what you want, and it'll do that for you automatically. Keep in mind that if you are doing the time-lapse feature, you have to have the shutter release cable for your camera that plugs into the Zeapon itself. And all you do is you're going to open up the side panel. There is a USB-C and a 2.5 millimeter jack here, not a 3.5, a 2.5 millimeter jack that you plug that 2.5 millimeter jack into your camera, whatever kind it is, Sony, Canon, whatever. As long as you have that shutter release cable, it will be able to operate your camera and make the moves necessary in order to create your time lapse. I haven't got my cable in yet. My cable is still en route. Once I have that in, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some tutorials and show you how that works. The USB-C that you see here is used for firmware updates, and also it can be used to power this slider. Now, to power this slider, you can use the normal NPF batteries, any size, small, medium, large, and if you don't have that, as long as you have a power delivery cable with USB-C to whatever your power bank is, then you'll be able to power this using that. Now, I have not got a cable like that. I'm probably not going to get a cable like that. I prefer using the batteries. It's easy. You don't have battery packs sliding around and stuff like that. So having the batteries on there is the easiest and most efficient method that I have found so far. Now, I have used this for product shots, and I've done a few sample shots that I'll show here in the video as well, so you can see how this slider looks and how it feels for that cinematic look that you're going for outdoors as well. So one of the things that I've noticed that this does have an issue with is when your battery gets low, this light here on the front is going to turn from a green to a red. So it's going to give you an indicator that it is getting low and it'll be time to change that battery. Now, unfortunately, like some other motorized sliders, they have two battery slots where you can just switch out one, put in a new one, and you don't have any stopping. So if you have a time lapse going on, then you won't have any interruption in your time lapse. Unfortunately, this does not have that, but the batteries do last a long time. So as long as you have a good battery on there and it's all charged up, you should be good to go. So when the battery is getting low, you'll notice that this turns from a green to a red, and it is low battery power. And one of the things that happens with low battery is that your app is not going to work because you just don't have that connectivity anymore. The power is low, so it shuts that off, and you can use it manually still, no problem, but you cannot use it through the app. So that's something to be aware of if your battery starts getting low. Another thing to note about the stuff that comes with it is it comes with a NPF battery as well as a charger. Two adapters for the 1/4 inch and the 3/4 inch with an Allen key. It comes with a USB-C cable for firmware updates. So this is not a power delivery cable. That's something you'll have to get on your own. And it does not come with the 2.5 millimeter camera release cable either, and it also comes with some adapters for the belt. These are pretty strong looking. I don't see any reason why they would break, but it's good to know that you have those accessories available to you. I'm just gonna do a quick sound check to show you what it sounds like if you're right beside it. My microphone is right here. This is on level 1. See how much sound it makes. Okay, level 2. And level 3. Now, as you can see, having it on the lowest level, it's going to be quieter for sure. So this is the Zeapon Motorized Micro 2 slider. Awesome slider, great to have. I couldn't think of a better travel slider to have for any of my production stuff. It's great. If you have any comments, questions about it, let me know. Put the comment below. Please like, subscribe, and click that little bell icon so you get notified of any future videos that I make. And it helps keep this channel going. There are links in the description for the gear I use, and also links to the Zeapon motorized slider. I hope you like it. Take care, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.